Hello and welcome to REFM's Demystifying the Excel Pro Forma, what it is and how you can begin to master it. This is Bruce Kirsch, founder of REFM. If you have not done so already, you can access the slides for this content on the Materials tab of the lesson page. First, what we'll do is identify the major components of the Pro Forma and their functions. Next, we will illustrate the relationship of the components to one another. And we will wrap up by learning the cardinal rules of modeling with Excel and discuss best practices for when you inherit a model from somebody else. When we think about modeling an investment, whether we're using Microsoft Excel as the basis or not, we need to think about time. And so we're sitting here today at what is known as time zero, and the past is behind us, and the events of the past are known items. Today we have very high certainty about, but those items in the future we have increasingly lower certainty about. And so this is where the Microsoft Excel Pro Forma comes into play. And then a sale at the end of year 3, and we'll assume that that's $1.25 million. And over the course of each year, we will collect rent. In the case of year 1, it's the $60,000 that we mentioned as the base year amount across all 4 tenants, as well as the $5,000 in percentage rent for a total of $65,000. And that would give a cash-on-cash return of $65,000 on $1 million, or 6.5% over the course of year 1. Regardless of which of the two sits at the top, there is always a timeline that goes across the top, which is showing how the total dollar budget is allocated out over multiple periods. And the sheet can be monthly based, where each column is 1 month, or it can be annual or quarterly. It's all going to depend upon what that analysis is looking to do in terms of precision through the level of granularity of the calculations. As far as the types of formulas that you would typically see employed on these various tabs, we'll see formulas that include functions that relate to timing, such as EO month and EDate, which relate to solving for dates at which certain things are occurring. HLOOKUP, which is a function that will pull a particular value in a row based off of a timing criterion that's given. Min, which would choose the smaller of 2 values, such as for the sizing of the permanent loan. For the unit mix, we would likely see the use of the function average, and sum product to solve for actuals will serve as the basis for the projection values going forward, simply by applying growth rates to those historicals.